Have you ever sat down and thought, maybe technology didn't turn out as great as we thought it would? Yeah, me too. Also, Happy New Year's. I hope it's been a great few days. So before we dive deeper into this video, in case you're a returning subscriber to the channel, this video is going to be a bit more different than my usual videos. My usual videos, as you've probably seen, are more researched, more scripted, and in my office usually. And this video is going to be more of a authentic reflection, I guess. Think of this more of a conversation about where we are as a society with technology, and honestly just how all of this makes me feel. Now, when I was younger, I thought technology was going to solve everything. Probably like most of you did too. It was this exciting, unstoppable force that was going to connect us, make our lives easier, and solve all the problems in the world. Now, to be fair, it has done a lot of this stuff. I mean, like, we have all these AI breakthroughs in technology, and even with smartphones, we are able to connect with all of our loved ones and our friends just with a click of a button. But yet, here we are going into 2025, and it feels like for every step we're going forward, we're also going 2 steps back. The internet, which once felt like this endless playground of ideas and connections and innovation, now sometimes just feels like a suffocation. The internet's initial promise of convenience and innovation has now just turned over this obsession over productivity. And even AI over the last couple of years has started to feel less and less as a tool and more of something that's just looming over, waiting to take over our jobs and potentially even take over the world, and we can't really do anything to stop it. Like, there's this one saying, I've seen it on the internet a lot and I'm pretty sure you guys have too, but it goes along the lines of, I want AI to do all my dishes and chores so I can focus more on my art. I don't want AI to do all my art so I can focus more on my dishes and chores. Now, in my last video, I talked about the dead internet theory. If you haven't seen that video, first of all, do check it out. It's a really good video. But number 2, if you haven't seen it, it's basically this idea of how a lot of the content we see online isn't even made by real people. Rather, it's made by bots and AI and automated systems and algorithms that are designed to push the content that they want us to see. Now, obviously, I don't believe in this idea that like all the internet stuff we see is completely fake and manipulation, but at the same time, I do believe that there is a bit of truth here. I mean, literally just after I published that video, we saw a release from an exec at Meta who said we're approaching a point on their platforms, which are Instagram and Facebook mainly, where most of their accounts are actually going to be AI and society is doomed. I mean, there's no other way to put it. We're coming to a point where the line between real and manufactured content is starting to blur, and for all you know, this whole video script might even be AI generated, and you would probably not even be able to guess. But here's the thing, I don't want this video to be just about bots and AI. If you want to see that, you could see my previous video. It's more about how we as humans engage with tech. Tech is starting to shape our expectations, our attention spans, and even our sense about what's real and what's really worth caring about. Sometimes I wonder, are we starting to lose the parts of ourselves that's making us human? Like, think about it. The constant notifications, the pressure to keep up with trends, post content, respond to every message. It's like we're stuck in this loop of consumption and reaction. And honestly, it's very exhausting. It feels like we traded depth for convenience. Like, think about it. Why is YouTube not as popular as TikTok is? Like, yeah, sure, TikTok might be screwing up our whole attention spans and our perception of society, but hey, it's more convenient than watching a 12-minute YouTube video. Relationships, conversations, and even how we entertain ourselves is all starting to get faster and easier, but at the same time, somehow emptier. Like, think about it, texting is great, but nothing beats like actual face-to-face interactions. And don't even get me started about how this impacts our mental health. I mean, like the doom scrolling, the comparisons, it's all just really bad for yourself. So where does that leave us? I don't think the solution's really like throwing our devices off rooftops and cliffs, although sitting on a rooftop right now, that sounds pretty tempting. But I do think we should start being more intentional about how we use technology. Like, going into 2025, maybe this could be the year that we start taking more control about the content that we consume and how we use technology. Like, maybe it's about rethinking what we want as a society from tech. Instead of just consuming whatever it throws at us, maybe we could actually start using tech to enhance our lives instead of control our lives. Now, I don't know about you, but going into 2025, one of my New Year's resolutions, as cliche as it sounds, is to actually be more mindful about not only just how I interact with technology, but also with everything around me. I want to slow down, reconnect with the people and things that matter in life, and stop letting algorithms decide for me what's important and what's not. Now, to be clear, in this video, I'm not trying to say that technology is inherently good or bad. Like, that would be hypocritical of me, given that I'm complaining about technology, but at the same time, I'm using technology to make and edit this video as well. What I'm trying to say is, it's up to us to decide how we use it. Like, as I said earlier, we should use tech to enrich life, not really replace it. And if that's something that you've been thinking about, maybe this could be a reminder for you too. But anyways, thanks for sticking with me throughout this reflection. I know it's a bit different than most of the videos I usually put out, and I felt like this something was worth sharing. Yeah, let me know down in the comments below, how do you feel about tech in 2025 and how it's shaping society? Is it helping you? Is it hurting you? Or a little bit of both? But yeah, that's it for today. Once again, Happy New Year. And here's to a year about being a little bit more intentional, a little bit more human, and hopefully a lot more connected with each other. Oh yeah, and also make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel a lot.